Welcome everybody. It's Fibro Fri-Yay. Um, Today we're going to talk about the not, a one size fits all diet for those of us who, and it can apply to anybody, but specifically with fibro or autoimmune issues, some of these diets that are going around, we might have to just pick, little bits and pieces from. So my name is Carol. This is my channel, South Florida Sunshine. Thank you for anybody too who is doing the replay on this. I appreciate you. Please like this video, leave your comments if you're watching. Just hit, hashtag replay after this, is live or after, we're done being live really. And everybody in my side chat right now, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. And my regulars, I was just saying I need to do a new intro video for you guys. You've seen that probably 50 times or more. Hey, Trish. Hey, Near. Hey, Gear Gridden. 19. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just finally having my smoothie because that is part of what I am doing, and I'll tell you about it. Hold on. I know Laura came in from Hedgehog's Homestead, but we were all chit-chatting. Hey, Ann. Haynes, good to see you. Okay, I think I'm caught up. And, Barry. Hi, Storms, Raves, and Cats. Welcome in, welcome in. And I know, I had some people say they were going to be a little bit late because there was a lot of lives this morning, and now they're, doing stuff with their gardens or, having to tend to some things. Yes, that is exactly what I've done. And most of us with inflammation issues need to do that. First thing is the cut sugar and sweets. And I even had to cut out the sweets that were, like the ones that have, oh gosh, now I can't even think of it. Stevia added, or just anything that is kind of commercial and going for the outside of the grocery store here in America, like the outside walls. And even some of those are iffy because of like hot dogs and things like that. You don't want the nitrites or the nitrates, the yucky colors and things and fillers, so you still have to watch out on those outskirts. But the meats, I'm not doing cheeses. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. Hey, Homestead Aquarius. The side chat is the chat, and I'm here to represent. I love it. Hey, Country Hustle 101. Good afternoon. Welcome in. So yeah, we basically, let me see. Let me get back to my other channel so it's easier. I don't know why StreamYard makes it more difficult to bring up and say hello when I'm typing y'all in, but it does. So let me just go back to also having YouTube open. Yeah, it looks okay. There we go. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing, and I've removed sugar. I'm not doing dairy. One reason I'm not doing dairy is when I went to a functional medicine doctor, she was saying for women after 30, you have to consider that you're ingesting the hormones of that cow. Like that will not leave the milk and the cheeses that you're eating, even if they're not shooting them up with hormones. And I think they changed the law on that to where they're not supposed to be doing that anyway here. So yeah, I've got that. And then just any kind of commercialized food that's made in a factory, I am really not eating. I thought I was doing good because I was doing just low carb, but what I realized was my body without my gallbladder can't handle the fats. So my pain was increasing. And I was like, this isn't supposed to happen. Like, you're supposed to feel better. And this was beyond like the keto flu or the carnivore flu. I had passed that, and I was still in a lot of pain. Oh, would you guys help Anne? She's only one sub away from 100. If you guys aren't subscribed to Anne, would you please do that? She's a newbie, and she's such a good follower, and I really appreciate her. Thank you so much. I bet that's right. I'm so glad some of you are absolutely here. Yeah, 100 is a big step, right, Olmsted? It's just putting that foot right into the water, and then you're in. Um, oh goodness, I am so all over the place. It's because right now I'm supposed to be breaking my fast, and this is just mixed berries, organic, kale, like maybe one little banana from my banana trees, uh, frozen because I freeze them for smoothies. I don't want to overdo it with the banana and the sugars. And then what I put in is I have these chocolate chips that are just cacao. They're uh, raw cacao chips, but they're not, how do you say it? They've been processed enough to where they are a chocolate chip, but they have nothing else in them. It's just cacao. So, hey, GT. GT Junior grows in Alaska. Good. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, I'm breaking my fast right now. And by fast, I mean I sleep through most of it. So yay! I did start not to eat after dark, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Well, I would say no. I'm still eating partially in the dark, but I'm not eating super late like I was doing. And Homestead will tell you, like, he's known me too for years, and actually most of you have, but he knows, and some of you do too, is I loved cheese. Like, cheese was my, besides ice cream before cheese was my emotional comfort food, and I would melt it at night and just eat it with a fork. No joke. Like, before that, it was with gluten-free bread, but I tried to improve on that. What do you want? What are you getting upset about? What? Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know why his iPad decided, of course, to close out now. There you go. It's okay. And why aren't you? We gotta plug you in. Oi. Okay. So I'm just wondering if you guys are doing anything that's helping you. Can we? What? You're okay. No, you went to the bathroom already. Believe me, I know because you did it right as I made my smoothie. That's right. You're jumping into a teenager. I would say maybe 100 is kind of like you're still elementary grade school level. So, teenager is when you get into this level because there's a lot of emotional up and downs. Like, you got your hormones, like you're right there. You're so close. Like, I'm getting closer to 1,000, and trolls be coming at you and everything because you've been on a while and be getting you all emotional and stuff. Hey, Shawnee Shave, welcome in. But and yep, you're on your way. That's for sure. And if you hang around us, it will definitely help you with that. Oh, wait, I missed it. Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes. I have to show you this picture that I found yesterday. And it pretty much says it all, at least about this time in my life where I'm at. I about died when I saw the picture. Like, oh, yeah, that pretty much explains it. Oh, now I'm not going to be able to find it. I hate that. Don't you hate that when you're like, okay, I've got this picture and now it's not here and I really want to show you, but now it's not here. Damn it. I don't know where it went, but it was like the woman was standing there and it's showing her years of her age, and it shows her standing at like where she peaks, and then you watch like it's her hormone level and it goes whoop right off the side. And men are just like dee 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 casually going down because they can get women pregnant for like most of their life. Meanwhile, we can't get pregnant for pretty much 40s is risky. Like, I remember wanting to have a baby, and we probably would have been in a similar situation had I done that. That's so weird. Like, where I'm starting to think that my iPhone is just full and it's dropping pictures. Like, it's just randomly, they're going away because I just had it and now it's gone. So weird. gross. I am not putting up you. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's where I'm at, but I am considering I know, right? I wish I would have gotten used to the Android and just kept going with it, but I got introduced to iPhone and all those cool little pictures and making it so easy. And for some reason, like when I would use Androids, they're like so super sensitive, like the screen, that I would be all over the place just trying to go to one app. I think I like the bigger things for my fat fingers. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's where oh my goodness. We are like Twinkies. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. That just the Perry I'm is about that. So yeah, I know what you're talking about and it's been horrible. But one of the things too I was studying was I think it's called let me look it up again so I don't say it wrong. And I know Shawnee knows about this because she's doing seeds. But it came up. This is how I found this. Um, no, wait a minute. It's how I found this new diet that I'm not necessarily going to follow, but it had some good ideas. And that's, I think, what we have to do is try different things to see what is um, working for our own body. I'm pretty sure. Okay, can enter foods. All right, now this is talking about PFAs, but it's basically the oils like canola, like vegetable, like your Crisco's that can spoil and go rancid and not just on their own. Like think of the things and how long they're on the shelf that have those items when they tested rats. Immediately when they gave them these oils that were older and basically had gone rancid, the rats got fatty liver and what do you know? Insulin resistance. And we are having a chronic rise of both those two things in our society. And we're seeing it a lot more now. And what do you know? In America, we modify the crap out of our foods and still call them foods. Oops, wait a minute. Yeah, see, but that's for me, that's what I need to do most of the time. The only problem with the turkey is with having chronic fatigue, it does make you sleepy. And I don't need any more sleepy in my life. So I have to be careful with the turkey. And I have to be careful with nightshades, dairy, and of course the sugars. And that's what I'm finding really helps me. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad you got there. Guys, don't forget to like this because I don't know what's going on with the like button, but it was really not the best. And in the fall, focus on root veggies. Yeah, you're basically eating to season. Yeah, nice. Here you can eat ginger all the time, though, and some of those things are not me, Bob. It wasn't me. Oh, my. Well, don't bring it in with you. Scrape it off at the door, please. We had enough of that come in the other lives. We don't want it in this one. I sometimes forget, so I'm not like giving anybody, a hard time because I sometimes just, yay, they're live. I go in and then I realize, oops, you know what I'm talking about, Bob. But we ain't giving them the time of day. So anyway, that's what I've found is it's very similar. Yes, he gets the hose on his shoes for sure. Yeah, I need to make it a habit again. It always was, Anne. Oh dear. Poor Ellie. Pop's always getting those. So anyway, I have noticed today I feel much better for not eating late in the evening. I was starting to not understand what was going on with my body, but since my body processes things slower without a gallbladder, it was like an epiphany when I was reading about it's called the Galveston diet. And it is for, hormone balance for women, but it can work for men. And yeah, it was kind of eye opening that you can eat to nourish your hormones, basically. And even at this age where we think we have no estrogen, we could have bad estrogens and still have estrogens that we're not able to process and get rid of. So, the if you can take the baths and Epsom salt, great. I would have to soak my feet, get out and sweat, just, allowing your body to detox, drinking enough water. Water is one of the best detoxifiers for our bodies. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think though they still allow like you to have maple syrup or honey. I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but the problem is there is a Galveston diet meals for beginners book that is not by that doctor. The doctor who started the Galveston diet is an OBGYN. And I'm not like proclaiming her diet as the one. I'm just saying I found it accidentally while looking at good and bad fat for me, because besides cholesterol, our hormones are based in our fats in our bodies. And without our gallbladder, like our vitamin D, our vitamin E, our vitamin A, we're having so many problems with absorbing them. And then if you have a gene variation, say in the MTHFR, uh, in that area in your genetic code, you have a hard time with turning folate into methylfolate, the big word, but usable folate in your body. So, yeah, it puts you up against a lot to absorb the nutrients that your body needs to function and to get rid of what it doesn't, because you're not getting that blast of bile that was saved up in your liver to do that job, to break everything down really tiny and send it where it needs to go. I'm pretty sure I have it. Pretty sure. And I was going to test for it, but with everything going on in the world, I'm a little concerned with putting that into, you know, the internets, even though it's in the, it would be in the doctor's ones, but then, the insurances can see that and stuff and decide. Yeah. I think the moon phase, though, it would have to go with, to your daylight. Like for us as women, it would go with our, uh, like our luteal phase and all that. It's called here. I'll put it MTH. It looks like mother effer. That's how I remember it because it looks so offensive. But there's a gene mutation or variation, and you can have two even, and then you're, really dealing with difficulty absorbing B12, and that is in my blood work all the time. B12 and now D because I have no gallbladder. So I have started with a broken down B complex and folate. The folate is from Thorne, and they do pretty good stuff for supplements. But my idea is to get a lot of it from food. So that's where the research too. See, and that's what I find really interesting. How many of us who don't have it anymore years later started experiencing chronic pain or issues with stuff that we just never dealt with before? And not just like some of it can be age because a lot of us, have that removed after children, they say. Yes. Yeah, it's great. Everybody has a different cycle. It's like they can't really write a book about it because there's women who have PCOS, there's women who just do not cycle the same. There's women who have to take, like me right now, I need to get off progestin, but it saved me because my migraines were sending, like, the last one sent me to the hospital. That's what you say when you find out you have it. Oh, I didn't catch the joke. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I got it. That's basically the word you say. Yeah, when you find you got that gene variation. Let's see, 2003 already. Yeah, we weren't. I think anybody in the side chat who does not have their gallbladder anymore was not told by their doctor to change their diet, to watch out for fats, to get maybe some sublingual vitamins so they would be easier to digest because your digestion is messed up. Weren't told what to eat, like right when we came out of the hospital. I survived on stuff that I wasn't supposed to, which was at the time lean steak and broccoli and green drinks, like, because my iron was, it tanked. And they let me, like they let me loose like that, of course, from the hospital. I go home, and I think a few days later I had to go to the grocery store to get supplies. Hi, Moon over Miami. I had to go, okay, GT Junior, get supplies. I almost passed out in the middle of Publix, and I didn't know why until I got home, but I felt the weakness. So I checked here, like I look, and if you don't know this trick, what you do is you pull down your eyelid and you look how, if you have red little veins, you've got iron. If that's white or going starting to go yellow, you are going towards jaundice and you have no iron going. So you need to boost your iron a bit. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these doctors, Anne. It's unbelievable. Taking Advil 2 times, so I told her that. Yeah, yep. Oh, yep. And the Advil will make it so much worse because that's what happened to me, Shawnee. And then I had to go on a prescription because it eats your stomach. And then you end up with a leaky gut and, other problems from toxins getting through. Yes, exactly. I didn't feel that. Yeah, totally. My thing happened where I just couldn't breathe one day and I felt like I was having a heart attack, and it was a gallbladder spasm. And, I didn't know what to do. I had no clue. Uh, and it got worse. We went to an ER. I was nervous, so I was cracking jokes. And the doctor basically sent me home. Hey, Duncan, 1900. Thanks for coming in. 1900 Homestead. The doctor sent me back. He was like, you can't have anything wrong with you if, you're cracking jokes. And it's like, no, it's a nervous response. And you should know that as a doctor. A lot of people crack jokes when they're scared. Um, so he sent me home. The next day I was throwing up, like, and couldn't stop, and same feelings. And I had to call my mom and tell her to get to the house because I had Hannah and she was little at the time, because I needed to call 911 and go, oh no, my mom actually, no, no, no. My mom actually took Hannah that night and let me go home to rest. And that morning I woke up sick and I was able to call 911 because she had Hannah. That's what happened. Yeah, the very low iron. I do have, for when my iron's low, I do have freeze dried. I don't know if it's desiccated, but it's grass fed liver in my. It's bovine though, bovine liver, and I have to be careful too with that. I don't know why just yet. I'm still researching. I think I have a sensitivity to glutamate, and I don't know why that is. Let me see. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. Okay, same. See, that's hard for me because I'm like talking to you guys, and sometimes I don't know what you're responding to. But I'm glad some of this is resonating because we need a safe place to talk about. our health where we're not, because sometimes we don't know the doctors that are on YouTube if they're being supplemented to push out a message. We don't know. And like one lady I was watching, and she was like, and I told you guys about her too. She was so pro soy. I'm sorry, but men should not be eating soy. And even some of us women in my age group should not be touching soy, especially modified soy, tofu and all that. You don't know how modified it is. Maybe in the, edamame where it's raw and it's organic, but, and it was pure vegetarian. That's fine for some people. Other people can't do that. Other people need more protein in their diet. Their body needs it to stay satiated. Oh, I said the word. I'm so proud of myself. Doctors are in a tremor for many things now. I feel the need to turn. Yeah. Yeah. And the hospitals are very much already in socialized medicine. They're just get you in, get you stable, get you out. If you don't have a critical problem anymore, you don't need to be in the hospital and you're out of there, which is a shame because that, I wish we could build a wing right on to it where we could find out like, okay, well, why did you get here? Why did you get to this place? And we have like the functional unit where you go over to after that surgery or that emergency. And those doctors pick apart like what you're eating, your blood work, and they really get into it. And we get help from these people who are supposed to help us. But yeah. Yeah, I was having serious white coat anxiety in that ER. I was. And then, I ended up in the ER with a bowl in front of me. So I didn't have any anxiety at all. I was just trying to not throw up. Felt like somebody had stabbed me in the back too. That's another sign. Like if you still have your gallbladder and you feel like a pain that shoots through your back to your front, that feels like somebody came up and stabbed you and it kind of takes your breath away, that can also be your gallbladder. It can also be a heart attack. That's why it's so scary. No, we don't know. There was nothing wrong with my gallbladder. By the looks, it just quit working. Yes, that was mine. Mine was just slow and wouldn't empty. And once it does that, it forms sludge. And the sludge will then form the stones. So they took mine before it could form stones. So at least in that way, I was blessed that I didn't have to have the flap surgery, because if you have stones, it's a more open, like they open you up more to go get those stones than what I had. But I still was pretty young and hecka pissed because I didn't get stretch marks with Hannah, and now I had scars in various places on my abdomen from where they stuck in the cameras and the instruments and things like that. Yeah, and they also get paid to push drugs. Yep. And some of them don't know any other way, Duncan. That's what they were taught. I have an older doctor, and it's like that's what they were taught, and if they're not keeping up on all the newer research because they're getting ready to retire, that's kind of just the MO of going to medical school, but really more so if you have an older doctor. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Very good point. I think it's a side gig, almost homesteading, to supplement their income, and they are getting some income. Yeah, they can all be paid. Yeah, my bile wasn't passing well. I think they said I did have some crystals too, but they didn't say how many. Yeah, mine was blocked. Mine wasn't functioning anymore. Pretty much an emergency. Yep. Wow, we're similar. Yeah, I didn't get my crystals. Mine were probably like pepper. That's what scared me too. When we moved in here, uh, that's when the fibro started, but I also was having the meno stuff, the perimeno meno stuff. And with when you're changing in that way, It affects your urinary system. It affects the down there, like everywhere down there. So you get more UTIs and you can get kidney infections. And I think that's what was going on with me because I was, not to be graphic, but peeing pepper once in a while. So I was having to really flush out my system with more like water, lemon water. Today I've got, besides my thing, I got my lime water. I know I need to do some gardening too myself. I haven't been doing it. I like holistic health, but I've never had any luck with the little lactose, those little blue things. Never did anything for me. I can't think of what they're called. Help me out, people in the side chat. The little blue cylinders with white lactose based, you know, they're pills, but they're not pills. They're all natural and they give you a little bit of good, but they also give you a little bit of bad. Like it's, oh yeah, homeopathic. I thought of it. Yay, my brain. My brain worked for a sec. That's the other thing. Fibro and menopause do this to the brain. So that was also what I had heard was people go in like me to their doctor, complain of certain symptoms, and a lot of times women at my age are given an antidepressant instead of, hey, let's check your hormones and see what we can do for you. Yeah, the crystals was the stagnation and yeah, the thickening of your bile. So if you were eating, say, those bad fats, like I just mentioned, I think they're called PUFAs or PFAS. I hate that when I've got stuff ready to go and then it's just gone. Like I can't find it. Um, and that will do your liver in. So at the time, I was eating Stouffer's like sides, or I would make a Stouffer's for my husband because my mom would do that when she was in a rush, and him and I were both working. Like, didn't know about all the stuff they put in there, all the fat. Oh my gosh, all the fat they put in those Stouffer's dinners. But that's why they were tasty. It was all the fat and all the other stuff. It's definitely a chemical cocktail, so you'll eat more and more. A short post. Aw, let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Just in case people are watching this and, the replay or people who are here in my side chat don't know the feeling, definitely. I had a God thing happen with Hannah, like as far as that goes. And that's the insurance too, that it was the HMO that they went after and said I overpaid. We paid, get this, back then, $99 a month, and they covered everything. The only problem was I had to have that baby. Uh, I couldn't have her April 28th or before because then they wouldn't. I had her May 12th and they covered it all. But yeah, I would love to go back to those days for $99 a month and it's all paid. They buy shares. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The doctors do buy shares in pharma. I have a doctor that's an investor, and he also bought shares in all the delivery companies during, you know, the sickness. So he's sitting pretty. He's definitely sitting pretty. Oh, hi, Angels Crafty, and happy Friday to you too, or Fri-Yay, as I call it. Good to see you. I thought I was having a heart attack too. It was horrible. Yes, yes, yes. And Prevacid, I think it's called. Is it Prevacid? I don't want to, well, I'll out it. They gave me that for heartburn, and it is a side effect, can affect your gallbladder. I think it's called Prevacid. Um, anyway, yeah, not asking me what are you eating, just here's a pill for that. Take this. Yeah, a lot of the gallstones are made up exactly of cholesterol. Yeah. Yep. Yep, that our body can't push out. And like cholesterol is not all bad. We need some cholesterol. It's just when it's too much and we can't get rid of it, that's when it becomes a bad thing. Oh, you saw him? Yeah, he's right here. I decided to do this a little differently today because he was getting into really bad stuff last time. Yes, that's what I'm kind of in that area, and I need to possibly do it myself by the time, because we won't even get in to see the doctor. We finally got insurance that covers at least partially like your physicals and things like that. Before, what we had was like emergency insurance for Hannah and I. And yeah, we can't see her until the end of April. New patient. So by the time I get all my referrals and get, their appointments, I'll be into the next year. Oh, lovely, Q. I love it when they do that. Yes. Yep. And that's what I found out by doing those two popular diets was, keto was a no-go and so was carnivore for me. Like maybe could do like a lean carnivore, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Cuz I do need I'm not the type that my body overreacts to certain plants so I can have them and the fiber, and I need it without having a gallbladder. Oh, hey, Guardian Fitness, welcome in. Blue methylene. No, but I can definitely look into it. Definitely look into it. That's why we're all here, is to learn from each other. That's for sure. The other thing I was looking at was false grains that we might be able to have a little bit of to get our fiber. Like buckwheat is one. It's not really a true wheat. Um, chia, chia falls into it. So does, oh darn it. I can see it in my head and I can't think of it. Shawnee knows all these, I'm sure, with doing her uh, seed rotation. Anyway, oh, quinoa. Yeah. We treat it like like a cereal grain, but it's really not a true, it's like from a dicot plant, not a monocot, like corn and wheat. Wow, it was your shares. Oh, Amazon. Oh, okay. Not drugs. Thanks for specifying that. It was what you made. Exactly. Exactly, Guardian. It is always about that. It's what works for your body. We're all different petri dishes, is how I look at it. We are all different petri dishes. We all have different things that are elevated in our systems, different things that are low in our system. And it's kind of up to us to really investigate that and really do experimentation with healthy foods. Like, we don't want to be going to, oh, that says it's for keto and it's in the middle of the store on the aisles and it's chips or it's breads. And that's fine if you need a little bit of that, but you can also do a lettuce wrap. And if you don't like greens, iceberg lettuce is like water. It's really like you just roll it up and put it in iceberg lettuce. Just not all the time. You can still have those keto wraps. That's fine for you. I can't. So I have to think of other ways to like make a sandwich. And it doesn't mean that I won't have a cheat day, but at least now, when I do have a cheat day and I feel like crap the next day, it's making an impact on me. Like, okay, do you enjoy feeling better than that food tastes? And becomes almost like a psychological war. Like, am I going to go after that gelato next time? It was delicious, but I could barely move the next day. And the cheeseburger. And the cheeseburger was just a lettuce wrap, and it was the sorriest lettuce wrap I had ever seen in my life. Right? I know, Guardian Fitness, but he's still a young man. He's still got all that testosterone, making those babies. Although he said, I think, what did you say, Guardian? It had been 2 years since you guys had the youngest, but still, that was my thing. Women are like right here, they peak, and then it's like their hormones just go and go down. Yep. Yeah, I don't do yoga, but I'll do stretching. And I like some of the standing exercises that you would usually do on the ground, Guardian. And I liked what Shawnee said, but I'm not great with planking because that's where some of my nerve issues are, is in my feet. In fact, I talked to the doctor and he wants me to see a podiatrist. I can't do the handstands or any of that you can do. No, can't. Maybe in my youth. This is so good. This is like a sugar bomb, and there's no sugar in it for me because I don't eat sugar. Just the mixed berries, the kale, like one mini banana. Because if you see my bananas, they're not full size banana. They're like this big. And yeah, those the cacao chocolate chips, which have no sugar and no added anything. Hey, Netta Snaps. Salute. Salutations to you too. I've done that. Yeah, we have tile, and I do that a lot. I know. So, that's why I'm not going to the podiatrist because they'll probably fit me for orthotics, and I've worn orthotics and done all that. A lot of it, I think, Shawnee, is my weight, and I need to uh, to be honest with you guys, I had lost the weight and gotten down to about 127 pounds, and then after Mom passed, it all just crept back up. Hey, Tactical Skillionaire Defense, welcome in. So yeah, I've done those things. Yes, they're so good. That's what I do. Yeah. It's just I need a section of my wall right now. All I have is my hallway and I look like I'm bracing for a tornado. And there's not that much room to do the things. Plus, I really, really want a foldable bench to do weightlifting again because I can't get down as easily on the ground and get up yet. And I think by building my muscles that I'll be able to do much better. Well, you know, I'm not sure about the kick it under the bed. Did you mean kick it in the bed? That's a hella pause, as we say in nighttime. Fri-Yay. I'm sorry, Ann. Okay. Um, Walking actually is one of the best things for you. And as far as your cardiovascular health, just walk if you can. If you can't, then just start in your house little by little. If you can't do that and you're in the bed, do some bicycles. Try some bicycles, start doing that. Start just flapping and moving your arms. Just get the blood moving. No, that's fine, hedgehogs. That's fine. Yeah, I know. We get people in the bushes, and that's fine. I'm grateful for them too. Oh, the wood block. Oh, okay. So you're doing like a yoga or stretches with your wood block under the bed. Thank you, Tactical. Yeah, y'all check each other out. Um, Appreciate you coming in. So I'm just wondering what you guys, I know Anne said she has given up sugar, and her and I both occasionally cheat, but I am really going to be cheat free. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. I'm going to be like so open and honest now. I got down to about 127. So happy. And then Mom passes and it slowly crept all back up again. And I keep my body keeps wanting to stay at 150. 150 was the weight after I had Hannah, and I was never that heavy before in my life. When I had Hannah and I was pregnant with her, I blew up because I couldn't eat um, like normal foods. I would get sick. I was very sick with her. And I ate a lot of carbs just to keep food down. Probably not the best plan. So when I went in, I was as heavy as my husband. I was about 170 ish, like a few pounds over 170. And when I had her, I was thinking more would come off. Like, this baby's going to take out the placenta. It's going to take out like a bunch of water in my belly. And I remember, and this floored like the nurse. After I woke up from all the drugs they gave me for the C-section, I took a shower. I felt so gross. After I took my shower, the first thing I asked was, can I weigh myself? Can I just see how much I weigh now? And I saw it hit 150, and I was like, all right, I was really hoping for more. Like, did you guys leave anything up in there? Because, I was hoping more would come out because she was my first baby and I had no clue. So, yeah, that now with the hormones, and it keeps doing that 150. And I was not getting what I wanted out of keto or carnivore because all that meat and fat was causing more inflammation. Just 2 days of going back to nutrition dense food and not eating at night, I'm already down 3 pounds. And that's inflammation. It's water weight, a lot of it. Oh, what did you get? Oh yeah, the fitness. I've got one. I just don't want to sign up for the plan. Trish told me about the plan, like the thing, and now they want me to sign up for the plan. I don't know. They must have known I bought the Apple Watch, so they think I have money. I don't. And yes, stress is a huge killer, and that's what's kept my weight on. Yep. And that's what brought my weight back on. Yep. Exactly. I ballooned up when my mom moved in. Totally ballooned up in weight. So anyway, there is my honesty and my accountability. I'm down to 147, but we'll see. Because the doctor's office, their scale tells you something different and puts 2 pounds on you. So I hate it. I have a digital scale too that it actually can be linked, and I need to see if it is. Yeah, it's just, yeah, so crazy. Right. Yeah, I found that out. Kind of I kind of found that out after, like, and slowly it went down. It took a little while, but I lost the weight and I was pretty thin again. And I was able to get tan a little while out. Right away though, when I had her and the hormones like shifted and everything kind of shifted, I had that melasma, and I looked like I grew a beard. And I was so mortified because I always loved the sun. I was thinking, oh no, I'm gonna be like not able to get out in the sun. And he's not a queen. He's gonna kill you, tactical skillionaire. Oh, sir, if you subscribe to him, go find something with his hands in it. He's not a female. See, so that's what you get for not showing your face. But I understand why you don't. Let's see. Carol, I didn't use reset. Just added an exercise. Yeah, I don't. My free set, I'll have to look at it again. It wasn't. Yeah. Oh, you're sweet, right? She better not. Don't mess with the new mama sticking that foot on the scale. Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what happens. It's not necessarily. It's the worry of how are they going to pass, or at least this is what it was for me, and the bringing up of childhood trauma and recent trauma too, because my dad had Alzheimer's, and I was just, yeah, packing on the weight from 130. That's amazing. So I feel hopeful because now dairy and sugar are out, and I know they're highly inflammatory for me. And so are the foods that are, made by companies uh, to look like food that aren't food. Um, hmm. Might want to just change up. You might want to try just the fat. Do you do any of the fasting? Because that's the one thing. that was, oh my gosh. Oh. Oh yes, that's what we all need. Definitely. Definitely. And to build muscle. At our age, we've lost so much that if we don't use it, we're going to lose it more. And we need that muscle to get us through the years to come. And that's one of the things I was so surprised that with the fibro, with the muscle atrophy that happens after your hormones change, I'm having trouble getting up off the floor. I'm like, what the? I'm only 53. I've always been in pretty good shape all my life. Why is this happening? But then again, like I've talked to you guys that I never went and got scans for MS. Never. Yeah, I think that's in my, I believe that's already in my multi that I have. I'll double check it though. But some of those with the nicotinamide, I can't even say it. There was some side effects with that too that you have to be careful with. The supplements, at least, that they're selling. But yeah, I think I have it already as a combination to take it all together. And that's also too, like you totally wipe out all grains and pseudo grains. The B vitamins are naturally in those things besides your fruits and your vegetables. It's crazy. And our ancestors, like, I have to agree with that one lady who was touting soy. These teeth are omnivorous. They are not just carnivorous teeth, or we would have like super long canines and like they would be coming up from here too. Like if you ever look at this, Homestead will like this. If you ever look at otter's mouth, we would probably have those. Oh, it was a hand with painted. I missed that one. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if you got the right Homestead Aquarius or you got a Trolls channel. Tactical. Homestead, did you paint your nails in something that I didn't see? uh-uh. I nearly quit sugar. Can't quit dairy. Right. That is a weakness of mine for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't get them though. I won't bring them in the house except for Hannah, and then it goes into her room so I don't see it. Yes, we have to start building our muscles. That's why I was looking at foldable benches. Because I used to weight train in high school and I loved it. I wish I could afford and we had the space for leg press because I saw they had those too. I would love a leg press. And we needed to surround all our joints and everything. And that's the other thing too. Your synovial fluid, when you lose your estrogen, progesterone, all your hormones go down. And for men too, like if they're losing their testosterone, like you need that for building muscle and for energy and other things. Uh, you are losing that synovial fluid. So one of the things, and this happened to me already, and I thought it was sugar because it can happen if you have high sugar, your synovial fluid just is not the same. You lose that, which is inside the joint that keeps you from like clicking and cracking. And you can get a locked up shoulder. You can get impingements and locked up shoulders, and that's a sign that you are perimenopausal, menopausal. And yeah, the thumbnail. His thumbnail that he has is okay. I'm not going to even, I don't know what happened there. I'll talk to him. That was weird. It's fine though, tactical. It's funny. It made us all laugh. There you go. Yeah, put your correct channels. I don't know what that is. Who is that? Guardian. Who is David Goggins though? We weren't talking about him, were we? Tactical. Okay. That would throw everybody off, that's for sure. Yes, it does, right? Right. But that's also why my bed, I have so much work to do because I haven't been able to get out there, but I need to lift up the beds. Yeah, I'm just gonna, Guardian, can you just delete that? Because I don't know why we would put somebody's that information in here. Or can somebody get that? Because I we don't put people's whole birthdays up in the side chat like that. Just wanna I'm just gonna delete it. Sorry, but that can be doxing to some people, and I don't want to do that. That was so funny though, tactical. You gave us a good laugh. Yeah, it is good for us. I can't get down real low and get back up quick, so I want to stack my beds. I have raised beds that are white that they actually do stack, but I was trying to have like more vegetables and stuff, and yeah. Yeah, see, but for us here, that's when you garden and you produce the most is during the winter up north, and I didn't even get to get out there really. So, yeah, I'm kind of frustrated with that, but it'll turn around for me. There's a time and a season for everything. It's biblical, and there's nothing new under the sun. I miss my home gym I had. Yeah, I'm sorry you don't have that anymore. Yeah, we lived in places where we had a gym. At, I wish they had one here. Oh, you have it. Yeah, I had to end up, my doctor had to give me the cortisone shot. And I don't know if I would do that again, but it finally loosened. It finally loosened after that. It was the devil. In fact, it started as it felt like an impingement, and it might have been. I don't know. And we were at a concert, and they're like, oh yeah, everybody's got their arms around each other and swaying, and even the lead singer's like, everybody, let's just band together. It was a moment. I couldn't lift my shoulder, I could not lift my arm higher than this, and it was an excruciating pain. It was horrible. So I know what that's like, Nana's Nest. So maybe like increase your omega-3 fatty acids if you can, and see if that helps. And also, if you um, are on any of those inflammatory things we just talked about, pull them back out of your diet a little bit and see if that helps those omega-3s work through your system. Yeah. Yeah, no, me too. I do. Yeah, that's why I removed it. Thank you, Barry. It's okay. Yes, indeed. Oh, really? Wait, in Turkey they do? Or where you used to live? I didn't know it snowed in Turkey. That's cool, though, to know that now. Not cool for you, but I mean, it's cool to know. But it's like, okay, 3:32. I was just checking. Yeah, in Turkey. Wow. Very cool. So anyway, I will give you guys an update probably next Friday on how it's going. It's really hard because when you do change your diet, you're thinking about food all the time, which sucks because that's why you're on the diet, because you think about food all the time. So I need to make lists and do the shopping that will benefit my body rather than what will benefit necessarily my emotions. Because you didn't put that information first, Guardian. You put somebody's birthday first, and he's just protecting my channel because he knows like I've had some issues with trolls. That's all. And he's just trying to protect my channel. Six no, but we did it 2 years now. Oh wow. That's interesting. Oh, you haven't had any. Hmm. One thing that was interesting that studying, this was another thing when I was studying the hormones, and they were talking about the old study that came in that took women off of HRT, like all the women, because they're going to get breast cancer. They just took them all off. And they were saying how bad estrogen was and everything. Estrogen wasn't the one that led to breast cancer. It's the one that I need to get rid of now. It was the progestin. And it wasn't like a huge increase like they claimed. And the problem with estrogen is if you have your uterus, you have to take a progesterone with it to balance out what estrogen does or estradiol does in your system. Also, the problem right now we're having, at least for us women who want to try HRT, is where they started with basically pregnant mare's urine, the Primarian, and then they, take it to a lab and extract what they do, and they make, all the things that they make for us. Now they have it from plants, and so it's bioidentical, they say, and it's healthier because it's from plants, but we don't have long-term studies on it. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Staying in my garden helps me too if I don't have the little man going around and pulling stuff up. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Got it. I didn't, it just was off. You put the other thing first before what you didn't explain what you were putting in. That's all. That's all. And the AI, I don't know. YouTube's weird that way, Guardian. So no offense. We just didn't understand what was going on. Yeah. Welcome back, Trish. But yeah, so they were saying this like, okay, when they took away HRT, this is what's terrible. Like, tell me you don't want to destroy a society on purpose. That's the time that they discovered a certain blood pressure pill helped men. So all these poor women who got taken off of HRT, and especially like the creams for that replenish a certain area in a woman's body with estrogen, where all that was removed, she now was having the most painful sex of her life, and he's wanting it all the time, and yeah, is on that little blue pill coming at her. So yeah, a lot of I'm sure marriages hit the rocks or were dissolved because of what happened in our society, because all the doctors just took away the HRT from the women and then gave the men of that same age. It would be like, my husband and I'm on HRT and I'm feeling better and our sex life is pretty good, but he wants to up it, goes to take the blue pill, and they take that away from me. And suddenly I'm in pain every single time. Yeah. That just seems purposeful. They just destroyed a lot of homes that way. Good idea. That's the time to do it. I totally understand. I grabbed something and gave it to Hannah and like made sure her back was turned, and I just kind of gave it to her and she marched it out too. So he didn't see it. Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'm the human barometer in the house. I can tell when we're getting rain or anything else. Well, it's part of it. I'm going to talk about what's part of a lot of couples who go through that, or women who go through that it's totally natural that everything kind of atrophies, including the down there. And that's also why you end up with bladder and urine problems, and a problem in the nether regions, getting yeast infections, getting painful sex. Uh, that's where, yeah, they're, you go to the doctor and they're telling you to just go get some KY. Well, they're sending that woman away and not helping her at all, at all. And some of those products too, for that time, are awful. They have things in them that we don't need to be putting into that part of our body. Oh, you poor thing. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I wonder if, okay, this is really personal, but I wonder if you're having an allergy to something in your husband stuff. Not to be all Dr. Ruth, but yeah. Yeah, right? Wasn't that horrible of them to do? That was pharma. Pharma did that. Pharma allowed that to, go through rather than challenging the study. So it was one study, even though it was a very long study. Yeah, it was awful. Oh, almost done. So we know it's Gogan's. Okay. See, I'm just not familiar with him either, because I'm not in the fitness industry. Yeah. It was just the flip flop. That's all, Guardian. It was like if you would have explained it to us and been like, hey, this guy is my, guy I look up to, that was like Jack LaLanne. He was always like, live food in, live body. And he got us all juicing back in the day because he was super fit for his age. Like he was a beast. And he was like built, really muscular. Yeah, that can be endometriosis too. It's hard. Yeah. Oh, we had one. Oh, bless you. Bless your little pug. I miss our pug so much. Great dogs. Give it a smush kiss for me. All right, Anne, thank you for coming in. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, we do the Fri-Yay tonight, as you know. So, come on in. Yeah, Shawnee, that's the thing too I learned about. I'm not going to put that up on screen. Um, I probably should be more sensitive with the side chat if they're bringing up stuff. We'll have to come up with a code, like you can put this up if you want. Uh, with the progestin that I'm on to stop my migraines, I would like to go on progesterone and estradiol because I want the benefits of the estradiol, and I don't want the side effects of the progestin. The problem is I can't do the compounded pharmacy versions because if you get a different compound pharmacy, it will be different. It will be different. They will not have necessarily the same exact formula. Plus, I've found that anything like that where it's applied to my skin or anything is just not like the progesterone made me rage, like ragey mad. And that's the thing too. Like now with people who poke at me or give me a hard time and just keep, I can be really super patient and really like let things roll off my back, but not during menopause and perimenopause. You keep pushing and pushing, and I don't know if folks haven't heard of perimenopausal or menopausal rage, but it's a real thing and it's not fun and I hate it. Yeah, they do, don't they? They sure do. Yeah, they do. Oh, do you? Oh no, you can see all my flaws. But yeah, I hate it because I don't want to be that person at all. Oh, good. I'm glad he loves kisses. I used to just kiss mine on the forehead, like right here, and squish it. Yeah, just even wiping. Exactly. Just even wiping, tearing. Exactly. Yep. Doc has to give you some gel or they need to put you on that cream. And there is estradiol. I hope I'm saying it right. Not as nas or estradiol. Never say it right. Um, Cream that you can use for down there. That is like a huge improvement and will help too with the UTIs. And but the only problem with that is then, ladies, you've got to be washing yourself down there because it's a cream and it can go up and cause issues. Another thing is the it's like a horrible thing once the UTIs start because then you're taking an antibiotic and the antibiotics is causing a yeast infection. The yeast infection will cause you a UTI and it just back and forth. So yeah, get off sugar for a while. Get off sugar and don't soak in tubs for a bit because I can't at this age. I can't soak in tubs. Sadly, I miss it, but I can't. Yep. Hey, our treasured home. You came in just in time. We were just talking real personal stuff. Oh, thank you, Hedgehog. Yeah, well, it's like it can really ruin a marriage. It's like finances and sex can take a marriage down. So, you know, I if I can help some people, and especially like if a wife can say, "Hey, listen to this lady for a second. This is what is happening with me." Of course, listen to the doctor, but yeah, that's always hard. It's like it would be better maybe if I was a male, and there are, I think, males on YouTube talking about it to help the ladies out who are, doctors. So, and that is not what I am. And please understand that when you watch this video, I am not a doctor. I was an educator and it was just, all the fine arts. But for 20 years, I held my Florida teacher certification. I would still be holding it had we not fostered. And my parents also gotten ill at the same time. It became just too much. I couldn't pick up my classes to re up my license that particular year. The thing is it's so sad because they don't explain that to you going into marriage. Like you're going to go through times of this and that. And oh, by the way, when she goes into peri and menopause, you're going to feel the effects emotionally from her, but she's not doing it on purpose. It's happening to her. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. So this is who Guardian looks up to and just reversed. You just reversed the info a little bit and we got a little nervous. And not nervous because of you, Guardian, but more the information that the AI would grab it. But yeah, heck, if I was in great like condition like that, I would be probably like, and but I don't know if I would necessarily give out my whole birthday. Yes. And PMDD becomes a thing then. And poor women too it's like, oh, you're bipolar. No, the frick I am not. This is all it's basically, hey, would you like your scrotum to dry up into raisins suddenly? And then have all the ill effects of that happening? Don't think so. And would you be mad? Probably very mad. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Yep. And also for kids, like some of them, those bubble baths, like for girls, would do really bad stuff too. Like seal them up. I know it's weird, but it would, yep, cause issues down there that were almost hormonal. Yeah, we can do that one. Yeah, let's do that, Shawnee. I like that idea. I mean, this is kind of it, like just bringing it out there because I, the diet that I found, the Galveston diet, talks about menopausal. It's for perimenopausal and menopausal women and how our bodies change and react to different things. And even, another channel was talking about that her body is just reacting differently to foods now than it ever did before. And yeah, the sensitivities are ridiculous. So it's all biochemical in the body. And yeah, I had to have that talk, Netta. I don't know if my husband quite understood that it's not my character, that it's just like the hormonal, not to mention like when you are sore all over, which can also be from a lack of estrogen, which they don't tell you. Um, when you are sore all over, last thing you want to do is get freaky. You can't even think if you can get up and walk to the bathroom without pain. Playing Twister is not like one of those things that it's like, hey, babe, yeah, I know. You're wonderful. You are wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate my friends. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Some men take it as rejection, and it is not rejection towards them. It is our bodies can't move, and we don't know what to do either. It becomes like this horrible. It's not even a push and pull. It's more of, well, fine, if I'm rejected, and the person will shut down sometimes, and the woman is kind of shut down because she doesn't feel like herself. She doesn't feel like she can provide who she was before all this happened to her in her body, and she doesn't feel like there's any understanding coming her way that it's not necessarily on purpose. Yes, and that's true too. It is how they show their love. Like, yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. That's so true, Hedgehog. Really? Like, right? I mean, come on. Like, how do you think this world would have worked if every 3 weeks a man got a period? And it's not just every 3 weeks. Like, that's if you have normal flow. Like, if you have the break in between, that's definitely 3 weeks. And then you go into that flow period that could happen anytime in that last week. What if men did that? Or what if they had erratic? Or they just didn't stop bleeding? Like poor women. Some women just don't. And they're going trying to find out, going to doctors like, what the heck is going on? My period is half the month. Or I get 2 days off and it won't stop. Yeah. Communication is key, but it's like, yeah, bringing it to their level is the hard part. Like you and I talked about Trish, like, do we need to have a man say this to our husbands? Because sometimes it's like the guy to guy convo is heard easier. And even like they talk about that scientifically. Oh, sorry, the hand is going. They talk about that scientifically that men lose their hearing to our decibels first. Go figure. Yeah, that doesn't cause a problem. Yes, God bless for the men who stick around and that are still in here and listening to this. Thank you so much. But that's too to my friends. Like, if you ever see me taking things to heart right now and getting so upset, some of that is the hormonal stuff that's going on. It's just really crazy, is all I can explain it. Like, I can't sometimes access the logic side of my brain because it's like all this cloud is there in between. Yeah, right? Yep. Yeah, if you're not pooping every day, that's a big dealio. You've got to do that. That's one of your breathing, peeing, pooping, and sweating are major detox, natural detoxes your body does. If any of them are not happening, you're missing some detoxing. I don't like to sweat so much. I'd rather pee and poop. I'd rather flush my system with water and just go in the bathroom. Go figure. I live in Florida. I'll do it, but I mean, I don't like doing it on purpose. But, that's part of exercise too, is getting our heart rate up and getting us to sweat. It's like, I hate to say it, but my dad said it. It's like peeing through your skin, and it's really good for you. Okay, wait a minute. I missed Laura's. Yeah, but if you don't do... Exactly. Yeah, you don't know what to communicate to them. Exactly. But even if you do, sometimes, they have to have ears to hear too. They have to not shut down and take it so personal. And that's where it becomes a wedge sometimes in marriages. I'm just trying to let my sandwiches late for my... Yes, it's understandable, especially now, sir. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's true. Our boobs block their hearing. That's hilarious. Okay, I won't say it for every man, but yeah, something about it. Yes, yep, me too. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't so sore. My get up and go. Yes, I had both. My get up and go had gone and went. It shut down. Definitely strange enough. My mom told me to drink here. So do you, Jitsi? Oh my gosh, hilarious. My brother used to drink that. Yeah, I think like you can take ginseng for sure. And maybe actually I have something that has ginseng in it. And oh darn it. I'll have to show it next time. That's actually a good one, Netta's Nest. We can talk about that. Like where can we pull our energy from when we just don't have it? The problem is all this stuff going on with our hormones is also affecting like our hippocampus, is also affecting like our adrenals. So you go for that easy fix of say, a caffeine high to get you through. Like I even found like this one drink that, not Red Bull, because that has other crap in it. It was called, I think, Highball. And it was all natural. It was B vitamins. Maybe it had ginseng in it or green tea, caffeine, whatever. It would give me that boost. The problem was with my adrenals are not healthy yet. And after that boost, it was like bad. Like I was more sore afterwards. I had, oh, yeah. And that's what I've thought of doing often, especially before this doctor retires, because he's just such uh, has a good bedside manner. Is to take my husband in to meet him, but I don't know. I don't know how it would go. But if he's a man, maybe it will go well. I think she meant that they interfere because we have them. Something happens with the male hearing and understanding. And yes, some abuse their privileges. Doctor said I had them. Oh my gosh. Wow. I feel like I've got like an 80 or 90-year-old body someday. And that's what pushed me to uh, this point of, okay, enough is enough. What I'm doing, I'm not helping myself. And if while I'm helping myself, I can help others, let's do this Friday thing. Let's get together with other people with autoimmune or fibro, or now even who are going through peri or menopause. Maybe, men can also have autoimmune and fibro. That's what's so crazy is it's all of us going through this. But what's not crazy is when I saw those oils that are in all those box foods that they said if on the shelf they go rancid at all, they could practically kill a rat. They could damage the liver, cause insulin resistance or diabetes too. it was like something kind of clicked, and it was like, wow, okay, we've got, oh, my little son is over there tooting, so I'm going to be going soon, I'm sure. We have to do something about our diets because they're not going to do it for us. They're going to keep selling us this mock food, and we're not going to be any better for it. But I'm going to do a panel tonight. So guys, if you wanted to get up on the panel, um, tonight would be the night. And I so appreciate you in my side chat. Yeah, that's horrible. What a way to, that's the other thing. Let's a great place here. Here's a great place to leave it. We all need hope. And some of these doctors have stripped us of hope by just giving us these drugs and giving us these drugs with more side effects, not addressing our diet and saying it might be something you're eating. It might be, your hormones, not looking for underlying causes. But when they strip you of your hope, it in no way helps your health. The heart grows sick when hope isn't there. And when the heart grows sick, you don't give a crap anymore. And you start to shut down, and that's not good. And then you don't take care of yourself. And then it just spirals downward, and then you're losing your life. So I guess I want you guys in the side chat, and then anybody else who watches this afterward, to choose yourself and choose life and choose hope. Because if we don't have hope for our own selves, how are we going to help anybody else? How are we going to be there for our family or even ourselves? Because it's not going to get better if you just stay stagnant. Like I said last time, one little step. Maybe you can't get off sugar completely this week. Use less. Use less. Back off slowly. I'm now on like I told you, I am back to black coffee, no cream, just, oh, what do you know? You got to be kidding, Storms. Wow. Just with the D-ribose, which is supposed to help with muscular energy. So yeah, for you guys, my friends, and those who will become my friends, hold on to hope today and just take little steps towards what you want to be in the future. Visualize that person. Do you want to be that person who can't ever do, more than you're doing today? Or do you want to do a little bit more each day and strengthen yourself and be more self-reliant? It starts with the simple, small things right now, and you can't keep putting them off because time, like they say, will not wait for you. It didn't wait for me, and now I'm in a harder position to come back from than if I would have started this in my 30s. But just like many of us, I didn't know because nobody taught me. All right, guys, I'll see you tonight. And yeah, right, that's what we'll leave it with too, is the doctors were wrong because Duncan fought back. And now she's 64 and she's still walking on her own. And they told her at 22 she wouldn't. So doctors are not God. Just remember that. If you've got a bad word today from a doctor didn't create you. Drop it there in his office and do your best you can do with what you got. All right, guys, I will see you tonight, hopefully at Fri-Yay, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then tomorrow night, Maureen has her daughter on who's getting her master's in, I don't know if it's herbology or she's becoming a master herbalist, but not the certificate kind, the kind with the real master's. And so she's going to have a great show. I can't wait for that. And that's at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then my friend Barry, he's on at 9:30 p.m. on Sundays. Same thing, Eastern. I hope all of you who garden, you get, your stuff done this weekend too. I know it's a lot to cram in now that spring's coming, but I wish you well in that. And I pray that all my friends stay safe with this crazy weather we've been having too. Talk to you tonight, hopefully. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.